Good morning, everyone, and welcome to a Tuesday morning edition of The Mop here on a brisk December morning. Yes, I believe it is the 16th of December. Yeah, we'll go with that. Welcome to The Mop, titled TDS, POS, WTH. If you know what those all stand for, and especially the TDS part, you may know where this is headed, and you may not want to listen. But I'm going to get it off my chest because, quite honestly, the POS part is, boy, a piece of something special. That's what I'll go with that on this. The response to the Reiner's death yesterday by our president of the United States, who was supposed to be a leader, commander-in-chief, supposed to be here for supporting the country when we go through horrific events. However, the only horrific event that it seems that the right was ever worried about is the tragic death of Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk, don't get me wrong, did not deserve, I don't care where he stood, what he's preached, what he said, whatever. He did not deserve what he got. Unless some of you are the conspiracy theory that says, the government probably had a hand and it's just another one, kind of like the assassination attempt, kind of like anything else that Trump has been involved in. And that's hence where TDS came about, was Trump derangement syndrome, which I have been blamed of having. I've had a stroke, I've had Lyme's disease, I've had seizures. The TDS part, I do not have. The TDS part comes because I stood up for what I don't feel is right. And yesterday, the jackwagon proved that he is not about the citizens of this country, due to the fact that he said the Reiners are dead because of TDS, Trump derangement syndrome, and how disturbed and what a miserable guy Rob Reiner was. Rob Reiner is and will always be a better human being, way smarter than Mr. Trump, and a better human than Mr. Trump ever will be as well. Pretty soon you are going to lose titles. And when you start having Republican members of your side in higher ups say, yeah, I think we just crossed the line. If this is what it took to cross the line, that line is way wider than it should be. Rob Reiner and Michelle did not deserve to be murdered. And I'll be damned if it was because of TDS. See, you have to, in order for it to make it better, is you have to put it about you. You have to put it about, it's me. It's about me. That's why, because he didn't like me. So then the son must have killed him because he didn't like Trump. When all really actuality, Rob just wanted fairness for everyone. So, and when you see what Rob talked about and those that stood up for Rob, see, you're going to say, well, Michelle Obama said this and that, and that's obviously why. I mean, he's woke, and that's another frickin' word you can stick up your, you know what, is being woke. I would rather be woke than dead, okay? I would rather be woke than obviously asleep, like most of you are, that believe in the right-wing propaganda that you're seeing. Because wherever you see compassion and forgiveness is not on that side. It's not at all on that side. And the president proved it yesterday with his stupid-ass comments about the Reiners. They got murdered. That's all there is to it. And my condolences go out to the daughter that had to find her parents that way. Can you imagine? Just put yourself in that. I lost my mom through natural consequences of Alzheimer's disease. It was bad enough to walk in and watch her degrade every time I saw her. But to walk into a room where I would have seen my mom stabbed to death and my father stabbed, so you lose them both in the same time, and you walk in and find them that way, and all you can do, you ill-compassionate prick, is talk about yourself? Yeah, it fired me up today. It fired me up yesterday, because that response was absolutely asinine and ridiculous. So if you're still waving that MAGA flag saying, oh, that's my guy and he's the best that ever has been, holy cripes, I don't want you around me. I really don't. Unfriend me from Facebook, unfollow me, I don't care. And if you don't ever want to speak, I'm okay with that. So family, friends, siblings, whatever. If you are still saying he's the man, enough. And don't tell me it's about Christian values or anything else, because he gives two shits about it. And then to have your son on the line saying, oh, he's a no, he is not. For Christ's sakes. The family was suffering, and all you could say was, well, it's because he didn't like me and he has TDS and blah, blah, blah. Somebody get this guy checked into a mental hospital. Somebody get honest evaluations. And don't tell me his hands and everything else are because he shakes hands too much. Bullshit. The guy has mental problems. Been around enough of it, saw enough of my mom's way she talked, and he reminds me a lot of it. It's absolute BS. So take your TDS, stick it up where the sun don't shine, because he is a POS. I'll say that out loud right now, and I guess if ICE is going to come and take me and deport me back, Switzerland will be a nice place to go. And you can say, well, Chris, if you don't like it here, you can just go there. Trust me, I would. Trust me, I would. What the hell has this country coming to that we are allowing behavior like this, and there's people waving his flags and wearing the red stupid hats? The only red and white hats that should be around today are the ones that are on Santa Claus. Because right now, anybody that is on that side of the border is close. You are not a Christian human being if you believe in that what that guy said yesterday or anything else he has carried out on. And covering his ass with the files and everything else. It's time to step up. If you are a Republican, it is time to start working together with the Democrats and come with a solution for all of us in this country. Because people are sadly getting more and more depressed every day as this shit continues. It is absolutely ludicrous to watch his behavior and his responses. Yeah, I'm fired up. I was fired up yesterday. And there are people that were fired up this morning because what a jackass. What a complete jackwagon he is to do that. And then when, like I've said it before, when Marjorie Taylor Greene, I still don't approve of a lot of what she said, but I think she's even turned the corner after watching what she said. And here's the big difference. You saw Michelle Obama last night on TV. Classy. I'm not saying Melania's not. I'm not saying she's not classy. But at least stand forward now and say, I do not stand for what happened. Here is why. And you're going to say, well, Michelle Obama had to do that because she's a Democrat, blah, 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 blah. Anybody know where the First Lady is? Has anybody heard from her? Has anybody heard her go out in light of things of these tragic events? Or gone to other countries that are suffering? Nope, haven't seen that either. All you hear from is Hegseth, who, by the way, got hit in the nuts by a skateboard. I saw that clip. That was funny as shit. But Hegseth, Kash Patel, Bondi, of course, the mime monkey that is called the press secretary, those kind of people. That's who you're hearing from, because you're only going to hear from the ones that can be remote controlled by Donald Trump. But what he said yesterday about the Reiners is absolutely pathetic. The guy was a brilliant director. I loved him as Meathead. I thought loved him growing up. And we've become so politically correct now that if that show came on, holy jeepers cripes. It'd blow through the roof because it was so far off. But it was so goddamn funny. See, I think that's part of it too, is a lot of us have not taken the time to realize how good life was back then when people didn't get all worked out about everything as far as, yes, and back then there was some serious problems with race, which there is still today. I don't understand why we have such a problem with race. I don't understand it. Why does it matter to you if that person is tan, black, white, pink, purple? What difference does it make? And why are you having problems with trans? You guys are, there's people that all I see, I saw a billboard the other day again of, thank God Trump, he keeps the, women out of the men, or men out of the women's bathrooms. But yet if you'd ask a man, would you have a problem if a woman came in the men's bathroom? No, but if men all of a sudden are saying, well, there's men going, I want to know from ladies, when is the last time that you were in a restroom and a man walked into your restroom dressed as a girl or whatever? I will tell you, when I had my stroke and I was at UW-Madison, I had a nurse come in, and it did wake me up because at first when you've had a stroke and you got a brain injury, and there is a trans person taking care of you that is dressed, it's a man dressed in a full nursing outfit, skirt and all, it throws you off for a minute. But she was professional. He was professional. I don't know how they're addressed, but he, whatever you want to say it. Professional, took care of me, did all that stuff. Do I have it? Not at all. I haven't been hit on by a man, so I'm guessing because it's I don't know, maybe I'm not cute, and that hurts my feelings. Maybe that's your guys' problem that have problems with it. If the rainbow flag brings the hair on the back of your neck, you got to ask yourself why, because I'm guessing it's just the thought. Oh, Chris, it's not Christian-like. Well, it's not Christian-like of how you respond to it. That's the big part. We have to turn a big corner. We are going into the holiday season, and unfortunately, I feel sorry for quite a few that are still following the right wing. Because it's not about money. I could give two shits how rich you are. And if that's what you're focusing on is how rich you are, and that's what you're going to do to degrade, screw off. This is becoming about humans. This is becoming about human treatment. This is becoming how to take care of people. And how we need to be compassionate doing it. Going into the holiday season. This isn't all of a sudden, oh, we got a week left before Christmas, we should be nice. No, this is a 52-week problem that we struggle with all the time. Is our care and compassion is going away more and more every day because we are becoming numb to a lot of it. And we just allow it to happen, which is the biggest mistake we can do for the most powerful country in the world. And we are getting laughed at every day. We are looking like a batch of degenerates with what we have leading this country. And it's a sad day. So to the Reiner family, my condolences. I am extremely sad for days like today to hear things like this. It's a very sad day. But we move on. Sun's coming up. Move on to another day. Live another day. We're not promised tomorrow. As you can tell by these stories, you're not promised tomorrow. But I can tell you one thing, it's getting scarier and scarier every day, especially for me having a kid in law enforcement, because the crazies are still out there and they are getting more and more activated by the bullshit that they are hearing every day. So, with that said, I'm going to end it there. And I will end this one as always. Take time to bless somebody today, because you are not given tomorrow. We will talk soon. I'll talk to you tomorrow morning. And may you guys have a good day. May somebody bless you, or may you bless somebody. We will talk soon. Thank you for tuning into the MOP.